at the center and an encourager, and love these ladies and help us out. Leadership, and I want to let you be your
All right, I'm Nicole. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my past, but not much. So, I started using Xanax when I was 16, and that's really where my addiction started and my criminal record started. Like, I've been on probation ever since. I met my youngest kid's dad whenever I was 22, and we were together about a year, and then we got married. It was good for a little while, and then we started using meth. So that's when it got real bad really quickly. Let's see. He was really like abusive mentally then. We did that for about a year and we separated. He went on the run and I went to a rehab in Kentucky. I was there for about 3 months before I was dismissed, and I went to an outpatient program, but I stayed sober for a little bit there. About 3 months, and then someone from my past came to the outpatient program with me, and I started hanging out with them. And you have to change your people, places, and things, because if nothing changes, nothing changes. So we started using again. My kid's dad came home, and we tried to work on things, and it went good for a little bit, but I was using, and then he started using again with me, and every relapse is worse when you go back in. So that time, the first time I was just using, the second time I was using and selling. So, you know, I was addicted to the money and the drugs, and that's just a really bad combination. So I was selling like 3 ounces a day, and he was selling, and drugs changed him so much that he got really abusive physically as well. So it was just really bad. The day I got arrested, he had taken my car, and I went to go try and get it. I had his car, and I went to Huddle House to get it, and he wouldn't give it to me. Well, after I had left, I got pulled over, and the cops searched, and the day before I had got pulled over, but they didn't find anything, so I thought I was good. They ended up finding some paraphernalia, and they were like, well, what should we do about it? And I was like, well, I think you should let me go. But they didn't do that. So I went to jail, and I was there about 2 weeks when Ashley Charlton came, and she was like, well, you know, do you want to go to the Hope Center? And I was like, no, I'm gonna go to court and I'm gonna get out. No, I was not. So I called my mom that night, and I was like, you know, I need to know what to do, you know. And she was like, well, the kids are good, everybody's good, just do what you have to do to get yourself right. So I prayed about it, and I went to the Hope Center, and at first it was just to get out. And then the longer I stayed, the more I didn't mind being there. The more that I made bonds with everybody, the more I got to know who God was. I didn't know who God was before. So now I have a relationship with him. You know, at one point I just thought he was just this God that looked at everything he did wrong, and now I know differently. And the bonds that I have with the girls and the staff as well, I don't know what I would do. I wouldn't make it through this program without God and them. And I'm 13 months sober. That's the longest I've ever been sober.